I don't care what none of y'all mother suckers say. Women started this gender war. Why? Because they want to do everything a man can do, and that's not how things supposed to be. You know, anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
What's good, everybody? It is your man here, the Todd voice, back with another YouTube video. I was thinking, the internet profits every time we hate each other. The more and more I watch these videos online, the more I think about it. Everybody keeps asking who's responsible for this gender war. Some people blame Gen Z. Some people blame millennials. Some people blame feminism. Some people blame men. Some people blame women. But I don't hear enough people asking, what role did my generation play? I'm in Gen X, and I honestly think we helped build the world young people are dating in today. Not by ourselves, but we definitely handed them something that was already starting to crack. When I was younger, dating was not perfect, of course. People cheated, people lied, people got divorced just the same. People got their hearts broken. None of this is new. But here is what's the difference. You couldn't go online and find 10,000 strangers to tell you that every man was trash or every woman was a gold digger. If you had a breakup, your friends might hear about it, maybe your fam, maybe the people at work. But eventually life moved on. You got over it. Today, one bad date can become a TikTok with 5 million views. One person cheats, and suddenly people are saying, see, this is how all men are. But we know that's not the case. Or they say, see, this is how all women are. We know it's not true. We've gone from sharing experiences to building entire belief systems around our worst experiences. And that's the dangerous part. Then something else happens. The internet figured out something about us all. Anger is profitable. If I made a video saying that everybody's decent, nobody's clicking on that. But if I make a video saying that women don't love anymore, people are going to argue. If someone else makes a video saying men are intimidated by successful women, people are going to argue. And while we're arguing, somebody's making some money. That's the part we're not thinking about or talking about. The internet doesn't necessarily reward truth. It rewards attention. If peace got more views than outrage, you probably see a lot more peaceful conversations. But instead, everybody is rewarded for sounding more extreme than the next person, Then came the dating apps. Now, instead of getting rejected by somebody in your neighborhood, you now get ignored by hundreds of people you have never met before. That's got to change you. It changes confidence. It changes expectations. It changes how we see ourselves. For a lot of men, they even stopped approaching women altogether. Some decided the risk isn't worth it. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. Others are tired of feeling invisible. Some checked out completely and only focus on work, hobbies, and protecting their peace, as they say. And for a lot of women, dating became exhausting. Too many bad choices to choose from. Too many bad conversations. Too many people not looking for commitment, just sex. Too many mixed signals. That somehow made it harder, not easier, to find somebody compatible. Now imagine being 22, right? Before you've had your first serious relationship, you've already watched 1,000 videos explaining why the opposite sex cannot be trusted. How do you build hope after that? You don't. How do you stay open to love when your algorithm keeps feeding you fear? I don't think young people created this culture. I think they inherited it, and then social media amplified it. Let me say something important. There are real issues that women and men face. We have to be careful to not let our pain become our entire worldview, because once that happens, every person you meet is going to have to pay for what somebody else did, and that's not fair to them, and it doesn't heal us. Maybe the biggest mistake my generation made wasn't arguing. Maybe it was failing to teach the next generation how to disagree without turning each other into enemies. Somehow along the way, we stopped trying to understand each other. We started collecting evidence against each other instead. So maybe the real question isn't who won the gender war, but more of what did we all lose while we were busy fighting? Because women are lonely, men are lonely, families are struggling, and people are giving up on relationships altogether. Maybe it's time we stop asking who's to blame and started focusing on how we fix it together.
seeing these like Kevin Samuel spawns, there's like female versions of him that are pandering to men, and they're so hard on women, and like women shouldn't do this, and they're, you know, they're posting their bodies and they're showing all da 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 da, and just like very pretty much saying anything that a man would agree with, or that they think most men would agree with. And I just think it's very lame, because all it is just generalizations. They're redundant talking points that really hold no type of weight. And on another hand, I'm not going to sit up here and act oblivious. Like, I respect the hustle to a certain extent at the end of the day, because that's what it is. It is a hustle. You know what I'm saying? It is a finesse.
Isn't it interesting that videos like mine are the cause of the gender war and not the violence out there that men perpetrate against women? Isn't it interesting that me talking about the things that men do in daily life is causing the gender wars, but not the things that men do in daily life? Isn't it interesting that the cause of the gender wars is simply women speaking to each other and talking about their experiences with men? Isn't it interesting that the gender war is caused by women having higher expectations for men? Women need to stop talking about the bad things that men do. That's causing the gender wars. But men don't need to stop doing all the harmful things they're doing to women, including taking their lives. That's not causing the gender wars. No. The gender wars are caused by talking about it.
Women spent decades, centuries fighting for rights. They were oppressed, they were beaten, they were raped. They had nothing. They had to rely on their husbands. And that was okay, that was normal. And now suddenly they've got rights. They can decide by themselves. They can do whatever the they want. They don't have to pick these loser men. And then suddenly there's a gender war? Like, really? I think literally the entire time of humanity there's been a gender war, and now it's equal, almost equal for once. This isn't a gender war. This is just women getting what they deserve.
Did we come to some type of conclusion yet? Because all it is man supposed to do this, woman supposed to do that, provide this, or she gotta submit 50-50. Y'all talk about the same old shit. It'd be a new podcast, new faces talking about the same shit, new clips of the same. Did we come to a conclusion yet?
As a feminist, I really do not like some of these conversations that the gender wars have led to. And somehow the gender wars have gotten to a point where people are saying both men and women are evil. They're equally bad, which will never be true.
Y'all women are getting weird. Y'all really hate men. Now I'm starting to see why the bear versus man conversation was even a thing in the first place. Y'all think these men are these wild, chaotic beasts. They're not humans. They're not the other half of the human race. They don't have feelings and emotions. They don't have a heart. They don't care. They don't have a mind. They just this species that's infected with rabies, and they waiting to jump and kill and destroy every single thing out there. I'm sorry y'all had some bad fathers, ran into some bad friends, had some bad boyfriends. Whatever you encountered, that's not all men. Just like all women don't say stuff like this. Because I would never say that. Because I know there's some good men.
These gender wars be making y'all look stupid as male and female. No funny shit. Y'all be out here sounding like a whole bunch of idiotic, no getting ass mother, like dead ass. Because no matter what y'all say, how y'all try to put it, or how y'all try to spin it, women need men and men need women. We legit need each other for various reasons. So I'm gonna need y'all to get it the together, like dead ass.
There are serious gender wars going on amongst our people. All you see is women talking shit about men, men talking shit about women. That's a lot of social media right now. And it's really bad because we're starting to be convinced that we don't need each other, when in reality we do. Men need women just as much as women need men. It's duality, like it's literally nature. We can't deny that.
There is no gender war, you guys. There's no gender war. Women have been considered second class for so long that women have just decided to take their power back. There is no gender war. This patriarchal society has dominated women for so many years, centuries, and women have just decided we're not going to be who you want us to be. We're going to be who we desire to be.
But yeah, just food for thought. Like when we talk about this gender war stuff, understand that It wasn't a gender war until women started fighting back. The way that men treat women, people saw that as the way of the world. To this day, people see that as the way of the world. Like, oh yeah, men are just some dog ass niggas and that's just the way they are. Like, fuck it, that's what they do. But you as women, you can't do that. So when y'all do that, you inciting a war. And that's when, like, you know what I'm saying?
You know, gay or straight as a whole, if men and women hate each other too much as a point that society's going to crumble, right? The opposite sex want to see the other sex fail so bad. Look, granted, we're already in a patriarchal society. It's not working, okay? It's only working for the top 5% of men. And honestly, instead of men trying to fight the goddamn system, they're taking their anger out on women. And truly, women are not really the problem, is the 5% of men.
Please help me out. Please. How come we never hear about gender wars in other cultures? Like, none of my Indian homegirls be like, yeah, our men ask us to do XYZ and expect XYZ. None of my Italian homegirls. Yeah, like, why is that so big in the black community? Somebody, I know y'all got the answer. Tell me.
And one more thing on this topic of how dangerous it is for women to be pretty. We get humbled by men who are, I don't know if jealous is the right word, but they resent the power of our beauty. They resent that we can create new life and that we trigger arousal, we captivate attention with our beauty from not just men but women too, and there's power in that ability to capture attention with beauty, and they resent that they don't have that, and they need to humble us. So in order for them to feel good about themselves, they have to humble us. So it's not just a matter of like, oh, if we shine too bright, we'll get whatever. It's if we shine too bright, someone's gonna put us in our place because they resent the fact that we outshone them.
Bro, it's a real life gender war going on out here. And it's orchestrated by white women. It's orchestrated on black women. Bro, I'm at work and this white woman that's married to a white man telling these black women that they should get girlfriends. And I'm asking the black girls like, yo, y'all don't hear this? They like, nah, we don't hear it. So then she was like, it's crazy how they want you to pay for the first dates when they ask you on a date. And I'm like, so you paid? She was like, yeah, I paid a few times in the beginning. And I said, you end up marrying him? She said, yeah, I married him. I looked at the black girls again like, y'all not hearing this? Like, y'all not hearing this? They was not hearing it.
Life. The answer is not to hate everything. This is a problem that will always be in human nature no matter what. It's not a modern issue. This is always the issue. This is a man and woman issue. This is Adam and Eve, babe. Eve suggested to Adam, Adam fed into it, and it's ultimately Adam's fault because Adam didn't protect her from Eve's nature, that evil sexual nature. So that willfulness, that suggestion, that's why I tell women they need a man, because you need a man to correct you. You need a man to tell you how to be. You need a man to love you for who you are so that you can be who you are and blossom. Because without my husband, I would have never shared content. I would have never felt like I was enough. I would have never ever loved me as who I am. A person who is fighting for truth every day, you know.
But now it's getting to a point where we only use each other, you know, men and women, for sexual benefit or like kind of like a fetish, you know. But a lot of us don't even really respect each other or see each other as equal counterparts. And this is a problem because there's way too much separation going on in this world right now. It's toxic. I don't know who started this, but it's toxic.
As women can do the same bad things that men do, but it will never be the same because there are hundreds of years before now of men inflicting violence on women. Physical violence, emotional violence, mental violence, all of it. Laws, relationship restrictions, just the way that we treat women in society, grape. Let's be for real here. It's not even logical to say that both women and men are equally bad.
There is no gender war. Men are just taking it personal. Women are stepping into their rightful power and reaching the potential that they always had, right? But women have been considered second class and beat down for so long that women have had to crawl, out of the depths of hell to rise up and become the women that we are today. There is no gender war. Men, stop taking it personal. What we are doing has nothing to do with you, right? Our goals, our dreams, our aspirations, and our desires has nothing to do with you. We are human beings. We are not just women. We are not just females. We are humans. And we have a right to desire and dream and aspire and do what we want to do in an effort to make us happy. That is our rightful place.
Gender roles are being flipped. You see a lot of single mothers out here basically playing a mother and father role, which one cannot do, just to be clear. You see a lot of men taking no accountability and avoiding even taking care of their children. There's a lot of times there's not even a man in a household. And the man is supposed to be the protector, the person that holds everything together. So it's like when you don't have the man and the woman united, what do you have now? A broken home. And that's exactly what's happening. You see all of these children with one parent, like the mom hates the dad hates the mom doesn't let the dad see the kid, it's just a lot. It's a lot. Separation. We need to stop the separation and love each other.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.